Hey everybody, tool bass player here with a little instructional tutorial video on the solo for Invincible off Tool's newest album, Fear Inoculum. It's the crazy bass solo with lots of effects, and a lot of folks asked me to post a tutorial video on it, so I'll try to walk you through what's going on. So the first thing is Justin's using 5 effects at once. The key to making it sound right is knowing how to use the whammy during the solo. And so first of all, if you want to know the notes that he's doing, you can practice it without any of the effects. But then again, you have to use the whammy to kind of get it right. So he starts off on the 19th fret on the D string. You can also play it on the 14th fret of the G string. So he's doing, 9 on the D string, 19, 20, 19, and he jumps down to 20 on the A string. So you see what he's doing. Sort of slides down, and then he quickly goes from 12, 15, 17 A string, 19, 20, and then he jumps down to the 19th on the D string, then he jumps up to 22. Now the hard thing is, if you don't have a 24 fret bass, it's kind of hard to play it exactly how he plays it. You'd have to sort of improvise this a little bit down to the G string somewhere, but the way he plays it is 22. He goes 19, 22, 21, back to the 22, 21, back to 19, and then he rocks the whammy for, he does the, he goes to 20, and then back to 14, back to 19 twice. Then he jumps down to the G string, again you need a 24 fret bass, 22, 21, 19, then he jumps up to 22 on the D string, and then to 20. 22, 21, 19, 22, 20, back up to 22 on the G string, and then down to the 19th, the D. And then he does 19, 17 on the G string, and then up here he goes to 20. He gives an open D here, so he does like 20, 19, 17, which is basically the same notes as this, which he uses later in the. So he's using a lot of the same notes. He's sort of just messing around with the same set of note patterns in the D minor scale, and he's just going up and down the neck with various effects. So, and then he goes down to the 19th G fret. And then he starts the tremolo part, which is 10, 9, 7, 12, 10, 9. And then he starts the whammy. Then he does the. So you see that? 10, 9, 7, 9, 12, 10, 9, 10, 9, 10, 12. Jumps up and he bars the 19th fret, which is the D, which is an A, right? This A right here, he's doing it on the 19th D, but then he's barring it. He's barring it with the 17th fret below, and then he plays a 22. 21, 22, and then 15, 14, 15. And then back to the 19, and then he rocks back. So sort of that's how he does it. So I'll play it one time slowly without the effects, then we'll add the effects on and you'll see how it works. So effects section, he's adding on 4 effects that he did in a interview for one of the bass magazines, and he actually says that he uses delay, he uses flanger, he uses chorus, and he uses distortion. And then of course he uses his whammy and the 1-up position. And you know, I have one of the original Digitech bass whammies, which were very, very rare for a long time, but fortunately Digitech reissued the bass whammy a few years ago, and you can now buy the bass whammy reissue, so pretty much anybody can get these effects. You have it in the 1-up pitch shift position. Like most of the things Justin does, he likes to rock from up an octave. So now, the key to this solo is when he's got the whammy rocked up in the up position and when he has it off, and the way he's using it to create some of the effects that you hear. So, going back to the solo that I explained earlier, now we'll do it with the effects on so you can see how this is working. The whammy starts off rocked up. Pay attention, I'll try to play it slow, and then I'll try to play it real-time speed. Sorry. Here, he starts off in the up position, but when he plays the second part, he rocks back, and he keeps the whammy in the back position. So, now the whammy's back. Whammy stays up, back, 17, 19, forward, back, then forward. Now begins the tremolo part. You keep it, the beginning of the tremolo, you keep the tremolo part, the foot all the way down. And he starts rocking. And jump up to 19. And he slowly rocks it back. Now when you see him play it live, he tremolos his point. Tremolo, you can do single notes, you can do it however you want. That's pretty much how it goes. So now I'll play it, I'll try to play the solo in real time, and hopefully this helps you understand exactly how it's played.